Idahoans are still celebrating an executive order signed by President Trump yesterday, which puts a stop to the controversial Lava Ridge project northeast of Twin Falls. At least it does for now. The project would have put hundreds of wind turbines across thousands of acres in parts of Jerome, Lincoln, and Minidoka counties. Abby Davis has been following this story. And Abby, all four of Idaho's congressional delegation applauded Trump's executive order.
Brian, they're calling it a big win, so are organizations and community members directly impacted.
I love the view.
Wide open space.
The direction the windmills were going to be built right out in here, out there towards them North Hills there where you can see the snow.
Farmer Dean Diamond says the Lava Ridge wind project would ruin.
It'll be on top of our aquifer, you know, there's just so many unknown consequences of it.
Now he's resting easier, knowing President Trump's signature Monday.
We're not going to do the wind thing,
Put a temporary stop to the project northeast of Twin Falls.
Can you imagine that something, it's really important to us here in the Magic Valley, but it was important enough to make it across the president's desk on Inauguration Day. That's pretty cool.
I met personally with Trump and spent about 15 minutes with him on the details of this.
Idaho Republican Senator Jim Risch helped write the executive order, which calls for an immediate review of federal wind leasing and permitting practices.
I handed him the language that we'd put together, and I said, when can you do this? And he said, first day, as you promised. He says, I do, and he kept his promise.
We're so grateful.
Dan Sikora is an advisor to the Minidoka Pilgrimage Planning Committee. The closest of the roughly 230 wind turbines Magic Valley Energy wants to build would sit 9 miles from the Minidoka National Historic Site in Jerome, where thousands of Japanese Americans were once incarcerated.
I'm a descendant of 3 generations. There were serious flaws in the previous process, but we look forward to working with the Interior Department, the new team, to address those flaws and permanently protect the area around Minidoka.
Magic Valley Energy did not get back to me about an interview.
Anybody who's been losing sleep over this, don't lose sleep over it anymore.
It's the whole Magic Valley that won, you know, and all of Idaho that won.
Risch says he's not worried about any legal challenges to the order. I asked the company spokesperson if that's something they're considering, but again, she did not get back to me. Brian.
Okay, so it's now up to the Secretary of the Interior to make a decision. Did Senator Risch say when that might happen?
No, just that he thinks it will happen, quote, fairly rapidly. He's confident the Secretary will strike the project down once and for all after reviewing it.
All right, thank you very much, Abby.